Well, a good early evening to you. We welcome you to Ben Rios Memorial Field here at St. Pius High School. It's the host venue for the Albuquerque Soul. They're going to take on Midland Odessa Sockers for the second time in 3 days. Adam Deal here along with Sebastian Noel. Glad you could join us on ProView Networks, live on Comcast 26, also live streaming on the Soul's YouTube page. This is big, Sebastian, because now 0-2 in league play, 0-3 to start the season if you count the U.S. Open, the Soul. So very important that they get the result. They lost to Odessa Friday night. You and I were both here. It was a 2-1 loss. It was a fantastic performance by the forward from the Sockers, Bruno Almeida. Scored 2 goals. The red card by Elliot Prost, the Frenchman, was really the difference in the 22nd minute. The Soul were playing with 10 men most of the game.
So it's deja vu all over. They're going to look to build some of that fluidity and get some consistency going. They had to be happy about those first 22 minutes. It looked like they were more connected in the middle there.
Yeah, I would agree.
You and I talked off air. We thought for those first 22 minutes they were well on their way, but then Elliot Prost was sent packing.
That was a big difference. The Soul got maybe a second wind, if you will, in the 86th minute. The Sockers, they were sent packing as well, a red card given, and a couple of opportunities. Isaiah Madrid had a shot outside of the 18 that was a big-time save by Salaman Montezuma, but really not enough time when the red card was given to the Sockers for the Soul really to build something.
And hence I think you see Madrid's promotion to the starting lineup today. Yeah. Because he did look good out there towards the end of the matchup there. It looks like he was giving them problems.
Sebastian, Isaiah Madrid playing his college ball at Vanderbilt. Jumped onto the team late because he's just getting back actually from college. Now remember, most of these people, most of these players, a lot of them are currently collegiate players. That's why PDL, it's not a paid league. You got to keep your amateur status. So a lot of quality talent on the field. We'll show you the Soul lineup here in just a moment, but I think it's a good mix.
Yeah, I think the heavy lifting is going to be done by Risco and Wilkinson because they're going to have their hands full back there with trying to defend Bruno Almeida.
Yeah, Almeida has proven to be very crafty, the Brazilian. Let's take a look, though. You mentioned Javier Risco. He talked about the fluidity of his defense, the cohesiveness a little bit earlier. We were able to catch up with him in an interview. Here's Javier Risco.
With Javier Risco with the Albuquerque Soul center back, look, this is important. I mean, you guys are 0-2 in league play. You've lost your last 3 to start the season. It's important that you get the result you need today, right?
Yeah, as we were practicing pretty much more than 10 days, and we need this win, absolutely. We've been working so hard. But I think this is going to be the day. Today is going to be.
Talk about the organization in the back four. I mean, you guys have to be so cohesive. You have to be organized. Where's it at right now?
Well, we have a pretty good defense line. Andy, Lucas, and Tom. I mean, obviously we just play like 3 games together, but I think we are pretty solid. So we just have to keep working and keep working and keep working.
You said you guys train real hard. What specifically did you work on this week coming into this weekend against Midland and Odessa?
Well, we keep working on possession and have the ball and be together, keep tie, keep the lines, always tie, always together. And today we're going to do the same thing. Yeah, pretty much we're going to keep playing the same way that we were playing. Even though we lost one guy the other day, we were playing with 10 pretty much the whole game, but we still have the same. We have the possession. We want to keep the ball all the time, and pretty much we're going to do the same thing today.
All right. Well, good luck out there, Javier Risco.
Thank you.
So Javier Risco understands how important this one is. So does Isaiah Madrid. The midfielder was able to speak about his attacking abilities a little bit earlier. We caught up with him.
Midfielder Isaiah Madrid now with us. Again, I talked with Javier Risco. You're 0-2 now in league play. It's huge that you get the result that you need today, yeah?
Yeah, it's very big. Nobody wants to start off the season 0-2, especially the loss the other night. It was a little unfortunate. We got a red card pretty early. I still think we played well. I think tonight will be a good game for us, playing 11v11 the whole time in front of our home crowd. I think it'll be good and definitely need the result just to pay off for some of our hard work that the guys have been putting in, just to give us some confidence going into next weekend's games as well.
Obviously, possession is key for you guys, and combining, and you in the midfield combining and creating something going forward. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays soccer comes down to kind of, who can keep the ball more, who can possess more, and I definitely think we possessed better the other night, just didn't get the chances we wanted. So I think if we keep the ball today, make them run, make them do the running, defend us, and when the chances come, we just got to put them away and score.
First 19 minutes really did go your way. You get the red card in the second 22nd minute, really kind of changed the outcome of that one, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely did. From that moment on, we were on our heels the whole time. We had to really work together as a team. It was unfortunate the way it happened, but I think all in all, it was a good game for us and something we can definitely build on.
You guys have only found the net once in 3 games. You're going to try to change that, right?
Yeah, that's the plan tonight. Change it for them. Get a goal and get a win.
All right, man. Good luck out there, Isaiah Madrid.
So that was Javier Risco and then also Isaiah Madrid, understanding the importance of this one, the result needed here for the Albuquerque Soul. Let's take a look at the starting lineup now for the Albuquerque Soul. And starting in the back, it'll be Tom Smart, the left back, Javier Risco and Andy Wilkinson, the 2 center backs. Lucas Seligman is the right back, Isaiah Madrid in that midfield. In the center mid, it's Adam Thurston along with Nick Mealy, Patrick Pacheco, the fantastic skill he's got in speed on the outside wing, Matt Dorsey and Jack Clancy, both the forwards.
I was fortunate enough to be nominated as a candidate for
We're going to let General Manager of the Albuquerque Soul, Larry Espinosa, the PA, have the floor here.
Staff members going through the crowd. We're going to do a 50-50 raffle. So they're going to be coming around selling tickets. Tickets are $1. All the proceeds are going to go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society on behalf of my Man of the Year campaign. Thank you very much. And now, Nieves, let it rip, buddy.
Good stuff. So now pause for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, well, the starting lineup for the Midland Odessa Sockers, they'll start on the back. Jack Blanton, actually the left back this time. Fernando Machado and Ty Mobley, same center backs as Friday night, along with the very crafty Isaac Sanchez, the left back. Mario Curule is the left wing. On the right side, Grant Mobley, the 2 center mids, Keo Ruiz and Jade Macias. Bruno Almeida, fantastic Brazilian forward, will start up top along with Leon Taylor. Taylor actually came in as a sub, but was very effective, very tall, aggressive forward, Sebastian.
Well, those 2 up front are going to be a big problem. You know, we talked about in the last broadcast, plenty of international flair on this roster for Midland Odessa, only 6 players from stateside. And, I mean, you can see that Brazilian flair out on the field, you know, especially on that half of the pitch. Offensively, they're very skilled. They go down a little too easy for a German's liking, but they pass the ball and they're creative. I mean, the Brazilian flair,
I like
it
how
shows.
you have to, you know, mention a German's liking.
Well, but, you know, I mean, those 2, I mean, goals, I think, are coming for both sides today. I think, you know, Isaiah Madrid's promotion into the starting lineup was a good one. I think we could probably see one from him. And, well, I think Almeida and Taylor are going to link up for a couple there, too, as well. I don't anticipate this to be a low-scoring affair, Adam.
I don't either, and I think the Soul are going to come out extremely aggressive, understanding they need a home result today. Glad you could join us. If you're just tuning in here on Comcast 26, live on ProView Networks, and streaming live on the Soul YouTube page. Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel. It's the Albuquerque Soul FC in their yellows. Their jerseys presented by SunPower by Positive Energy Solar. Odessa, they're in their whites. Right to left, the Soul. Here we go.
And then one thing that should never go understated, Adam, at this facility is Schneebeck's always got a tough sun to deal with in the first half.
You're right, Jimmy Schneebeck getting the start was injured, as he'll be back in the lineup. Nick Mealy stepped back up into that midfield as Wilkinson going to get the start today. Wilkinson came on around the 81st minute on Friday night. Be interesting to see how early the Soul can maybe try to get possession as a ball launched forward.
And that's where they'll miss Elliott Frost the most, is that possession game, keeping the ball in the middle.
Now, I mentioned Dorsey getting the start. I'm wondering now if that's Tommy Ramos, number 18. We were given the lineup of Matt Dorsey, maybe pulled from the lineup early. And that is Ramos up top. So Ramos getting the start up top, and him and Jack Clancy will be the two forwards for the Albuquerque Soul.
And I'm interested to see just how physical they're going to be with Almeida, because that was really the only way they could stop him.
Well, here's the first glimpse of it, and no, Almeida can't get to the end of it. He's followed by Risco. Javier Risco did a lot of his training for Atletico Madrid in Spain.
And that's really the only time Albuquerque was able to frustrate Almeida, is when they did get physical with him.
Here's Madrid. Nice move by Madrid. It's going to dish it forward. Ramos turns it through to Madrid, and it was just poked away last moment by Blanton. Very dangerous in the early goings here for the ABQ Soul.
Blanton saved the day there for Odessa.
Wilkinson will let this go and chase it down, as Schneebeck will come out, hand it off to Risco. Long ball up to Ramos over everyone's head, and Montezuma will come out. Easy grab. Blanton. Machado will get it from Mobley. Machado to the outside now, and that's Isaac Sanchez, the crafty lefty back. Sanchez will try to go deep for Taylor and send it out for a goal kick. It's very direct so far for Midland Odessa.
Well, I think, Taylor and Almeida are going to get a steady diet of those passes. It's going to be up to them to chase them down. I mean, those two are so creative up front.
Rude Boy Cookies, cookies, ice cream, and milk bar. Check them out at rudeboycookies.com.
Here's Wilkinson to Madrid. Slides in and well in by Madrid. And here comes Smart. Tom Smart to the middle, was looking for Clancy, and he was fought off nicely. Clancy's going to be called as Macias was strong.
Madrid is picking up right where he left off, Adam. They didn't really have an answer for his speed and athleticism when he came on last matchup.
All right. Bad piece of dribbling out of the back there by Blanton. So it'll be a throw in here for the Soul. Tom Smart, the outside back, to Clancy. Tough touch out in front, and here's Taylor back into the midfield to Ruiz. Nice combination play. Macias will send one forward. In was Almeida. He was offsides. The line pushed up perfectly. Risco and Wilkinson were all over it.
I think the two places on the pitch that the Soul have to take advantage is Madrid and then Lucas Seligman. I think that's where they have the two biggest advantages from a mismatch standpoint. Those two could really expose the defense. Lucas is so good at building from the back at him. You know, that's where you can start your attack when you have a guy like Seligman.
You're right, he
back there.
does. Ramos able to keep possession of the outside. Pacheco's out there. We haven't seen him yet. You surely will. I think with Pacheco and Isaiah Madrid on each side, it's going to be dangerous for both ways for the Soul. Two very good players, and you'll see Pacheco chase this one down. All shoulders clean, and here's Pacheco in the midfield. Out to Tom Smart for some possession. Good touch by Wilkinson, and he'll send it forward. Trying to get in Ramos behind. No doing. A lot of room here for Blanton. You're just joining us 6th minute early from Ben Rios Memorial. Albuquerque Soul and Midland Odessa going at it 0-0. See the Soul just they're gonna let him play around back there and pick up right here in the third. Risco goes in tough with Almeida. You mentioned they're probably going to try to put a shoulder on Almeida, make sure that you know you're there. I mean,
shoulder, an arm, I mean, whatever it takes, really. When they body him up, he has some trouble. When he's free to be creative, that's when he really attacked them.
Not going to let him know. No easy turns for Almeida. Here's Mobley trying to chase. And Wilkinson does well to shield that off out of bounds for a goal kick.
And between Wilkinson and Risco back there, I mean, those are two big bodies that are going to be able to just harass Almeida the entire matchup. You can tell, Adam, here early on that this is a matchup between two teams that have played each other 2 days ago, because there's a lot. It seems like they definitely know each other's strengths and weaknesses now. A much slower, more methodical start to this one than the last one.
Adam Thurston lost it in the midfield, but gathered out to Tom Smart. Here's Nick Mealy. He can't fight it off. Taylor with a 1-2. Almeida's trying to stay on sides. Back to Taylor on the near side. He's off. This won't count. There will be no goal.
Taylor's looking this way incredulously, but looked like he was off to me.
Yeah, Smart was behind him. It was clearly offsides.
But that's something that Albuquerque's going to have to contest with. You know, when all the defense focuses on Almeida, Taylor proved last game that he's no slouch as a backup option.
Leon Taylor has some words with the near side official. As Schneebeck will send it deep. Ramos. Mealy, that's a handball. The official's going to say no, let's go. Here's Risco, back in the middle. All the way to Isaiah Madrid, who checks into the midfield. Isaiah Madrid with a lot of room forward. Madrid to Clancy. He'll have a go, 18, and it's just pushed away. Montezuma will send it out for a corner.
And Risco really started that all the way from the back. He got that forward quickly.
And you see Isaiah Madrid, the wing, going inside the middle to create an opportunity. And Isaiah Madrid will come try to whip one in.
Plethora of options now with Risco, Wilkinson, Smart. I mean, from a lengthwise, they're pretty tall on these set pieces.
Madrid's going to say this well long. Tipped up by Mobley. Trying to counter here is Midland Odessa. Great cover by Pacheco all the way back to Schneebeck in a hold. Wilkinson's on the near side. Or excuse me, it's Smart. Smart. Madrid back to Smart. Checking into the midfield. Back is Clancy. Mistouch. Ruiz tried to get it to Mobley. It's poked away by Mealy. It was Dorsey, actually, who's out on the wing. Here's Madrid. Madrid's going to have a go. Dips in. Very dangerous. And you see the Soul start to come to a life here a little bit, Sebastian.
Yeah, Madrid just has too much freedom here on the near side of the pitch. They're not really respecting him.
So it is Matt Dorsey in the middle and not Adam Thurston. We mentioned Dorsey was not up top in favor of Ramos. Well, Dorsey is in that midfield instead of Thurston. Wilkinson will shield as Taylor gives chase. Out of bounds again. You see Odessa's has been very direct so far in their approach.
I think moving Dorsey to the middle there, that's all about getting as much size in there as possible.
Right. Him and Nick Mealy are two big center midfielders.
And Mealy, I thought, despite Almeida getting loose for 2 goals, I thought he did yeoman's work defensively in their first matchup.
Yep. Smart right to Mealy. Back to Smart to Mealy. Nice little combination. Stepping in front of that was Blatton. Mealy will swing it, switch it all the way to Seligman, who will bring it down nicely with his chest, the right back. And Seligman's going to go down. That's an obvious foul. It's Pacheco behind him, and they can set up a set piece here.
Seligman was just off to the races. He burned by his defender immediately. And that's just what Lucas brings to the pitch, Adam. It's always a mismatch.
Agreed. Well, looks like Seligman is going to try to whip one in here. Probably try to put it right on the PK spot with a little curl. Got over it. And Menezoma didn't come out right. This is going to be chipped back across the face. Touched right on the line, and it's cleared off. Oh, Clancy thought he had one. Jack Clancy was back post after the chip was perfect.
I think that was Blanton again that may have saved the day.
It might have been.
All kinds of confusion there on that set piece. Moctezuma was nowhere near where he should have been.
I'll tell you, Montezuma made a mess of that, didn't he? A nice floater up there. You got to go get it. Smart. Mealy. Inside to Dorsey, keeps possession with Risco. Back to Dorsey here in the near side. Nice little move by Dorsey. Clancy trying to check back. That's taken away. And then given right back. Javier Risco. Of click out. Look at all the room for Pacheco. Pacheco wants to go one-on-one. Little step over. Back into the middle, and he just gave that away. Not the best from Pacheco as here comes Macias.
Yeah, no one coming in support. I think Pacheco had to be more selfish there. Should have recognized that there wasn't anyone there to help out.
With Pacheco's skills, just go at him, go one-on-one. I mean, I know he threw a step over, but take your chance.
Soul have to be kicking themselves. It should be 1-0 right now. I mean, when you have the keeper out halfway between his goal and the concession trailer, you got to put that one in.
All the way to the center back here on the near side switch. Wilkinson will find Smart. Mealy was checking back to Wilkinson. He might re-switch it. Anyway, look at this. All the way to Pacheco. It looked originally like Pacheco was going to have some room to work with. Won't. It was Seligman actually. Poked away. Here is Seligman. Seligman takes a touch out to Isaiah Madrid. Madrid, a cut. Madrid gives it up to Pacheco. Pacheco on the left foot to the near side. Seligman all the way from the right to left now. Smart, Pacheco, give it away. So good possession, nice movement, and it was given away as this was sent for Taylor Long, and no problems as Sneebeck will come out.
When Pacheco and Seligman find themselves on the same side of the pitch like that, I think that's something that they're going to be able to get creative and score out of that, or at least create a good chance.
Pacheco, tough touch. It would have been difficult to handle. Tried to one-time it to connect with Seligman, and it's out of bounds. Throw in far side. Still 0-0 here, 16th minute. You can see the creativity, though, from the Albuquerque Soul starting to develop. If they've got 11 men, they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, you call it, Adam. I was going to say the possession hasn't been this good since we saw Elliot Prost. But that trio of Madrid, Pacheco, and Seligman, I think that's going to help them with possession tremendously today. And the coaching staff has to be pretty happy with possession early, I would think.
Here's a battle in the midfield. Dorsey will win that. Risco, Dorsey, Pacheco, can he keep it? It'll be tough for him to do anything from that angle.
Albuquerque has to be pretty happy how uninvolved Almeida and Taylor have been, other than that offside call.
I don't know if
Taylor.
Almeida's touched it at his feet, has he?
I don't think so. And that had to be game plan bullet board number 1 up on in the coach's office. Even there, all the way in the midfield there, you saw Lucas Seligman getting physical with him there. I think that's the conscious effort.
Fans, this Ford free kick is brought to you by Power Forward. Visit Power
Wilkinson has a ton of space. He's going to float one back post. It's flicked on back towards the goal. Offsides is going to be the call. Just in behind the defense, I believe it was Nick Mealy. Mealy was trying to put it across the face of the goal. Ramos had a chance at it, but it was all for naught.
I think after that last set piece there, they maybe think that Moctezuma, he might be vulnerable in the air, so that was a nice look there.
And it's not like Moctezuma has the sun in his eyes like Schneebeck's has to deal with right now.
Yeah, Schneebeck's going to have definitely a tougher time most of this match.
He hasn't had to do anything. Pacheco shows off his speed. Couldn't make anything of it. Midland Odessa will try to piece together some sort of possession. They haven't been able to. Cerulli on the far side. Nice dish. Taylor's on sides. Mobley's coming back post on a run. This on the inside. A lot of room. And that was just really a missed touch in the end, wasn't it, by Macias?
And they got away with one there. The whole line tried to play Taylor off sides, and they couldn't.
Poked away. Pacheco into the middle. Dorsey. He's got all kinds of time. All the way back to Wilkinson. Here's Nick Mealy. Trying to find Isaiah Madrid.
It's the right idea to get it to Madrid. The touch was just poor.
Trying to go to Ramos high, Wilkinson. He'll get it back. Plenty of time for Nick Mealy. Dorsey, can he switch it? Yes, Seligman, the right back, connects with Pacheco. Nope, couldn't connect with him.
So yeah, Adam, these guys making us look like a bunch of fools. That shootout we were expecting. I mean, they haven't let Almeida touch it, and Clancy hasn't had much to do either.
Other than the one that was cleared off the line. Clancy could have it 1-0 right now. This was given away to Matt Dorsey. Nice touch, Ramos to the outside. Made a bit too much. His chasing back was Isaac Sanchez. Moctezuma will just send this one forward, and Wilkinson will win that high in the air. Trying to play Taylor through. Too much. Snabeck had to come out, did what he had to do.
Good decision making there by Schneebeck. He didn't want to. That was a 50-50 chance that Taylor could have got to that.
Macias to the back, Mobley to the near side. Blanton, it's been pretty quiet offensively. Mobley tried to fake and let it go. Tom Smart wasn't fooled. Out of bounds for a goal kick.
And again, Almeida nowhere near the ball there. Defensively, Albuquerque looks really disciplined on him today.
Just joining us, glad you can. Provy Network's live coverage here on Comcast 26. Also live streaming on the ABQ Soul YouTube page. Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel. 0-0, 21st. Mobley will win the header high. Isaac Sanchez will control the left back. Taylor. And maybe a miscommunication with Cerulli.
Adam, this is my first look at these Sun Power yellow kits that I know you got to unveil on your Soul show.
Yeah, what do you think? I like them.
Those look sharp.
They are.
I know you guys had a look at those early in the season, and this is the first time I've seen them in game action.
They've just read their red kits before. Tough touch. I believe it was Almeida, and that's really all he's been a part of so far. But I'll tell you what, don't go to sleep on him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This has to be a conscious effort all 90 minutes because they've executed it to perfection.
Miscommunication there with Madrid and Nick Mealy. And now Midland Odessa could play around with it maybe too much. Clancy comes out all the way back as Ramos. Finally, Macias gets it wide to Sanchez. Sanchez, the crafty lefty. Does get it out to Almeida. Almeida just aching to touch the ball. I think this touch right back to Almeida. Cut back in, and the poke away had to happen. And did by Wilkinson. You see it immediately, Almeida, when he gets it at his feet. So dangerous. Inside Ruiz, the touch, I think it was accidentally to Macias. I don't think he meant to play out like that. Taylor back to Macias. And handball on the inside, right on the top of the 18.
Yeah, just that little flash there, Almeida. I mean, you could sense it that something bad was going to happen, but Wilkinson got that toe in.
You know, 2-0 Midland Odessa is on the season, a win against Arizona, and then Friday night's win against the Albuquerque Soul, who now are 0-2 in league play. So we emphasize that there needs to be a win, not a draw. There needs to be a win for the Soul tonight.
You know what? We have a moment, that soccer show that you're doing now in Pro, and that's finally something for the Albuquerque soccer junkie.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Ron Patel and Larry Espinosa put this together, Soccer Talk with the Soul. Here's Madrid, does well to get it to the outside to Smart. Tons of time here in the middle for Mealy. Mealy's going to go long for Madrid. Can he get in behind? Montezuma had to come out and did.
That almost stayed up in the wind enough.
It
that
did.
wind really would have aided Madrid there. If it would have stayed up, held it up another touch, Madrid would have got to that before Moctezuma.
Here's Javier Risco. Touching it around a little bit. Nick Mealy will keep it. A good job to get it to Risco. Seligman is released, the fullback high. They couldn't get it to him. Here's Ruiz in the middle.
If he didn't get that to Risco there, Taylor would have been off to the races, Adam.
Right. Blanton to Mobley, near side, back to Blanton. Let's see if the Soul press a little bit higher. Well, I think that's exactly what they want. Force him to go long. Mobley can't get there. Mobley unnecessarily kind of just grabbed Smart. I don't think he took too kind to that, did he?
Odessa just having all kinds of problems here playing to their forwards, Adam. You have to be just impressed with this defense for Albuquerque. They've executed a game plan to perfection.
Mealy to the near side. Tom Smart, the outside back. Checking is Madrid. Nobody really to play with. Has to go backwards to Mealy. Does he want to switch it? He does, except he goes to Javier Risco and well over him. So a misplay there by Nick Mealy.
You know, Friday to Sunday is a quick turnaround, Adam, but you can definitely see the defense put in a lot of work post-game, whether that be film-wise and or practice.
I would imagine Matt Gordon spent a lot of time talking about Almeida and maybe better ways to shut him down. Thus far, it's worked.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, Almeida's been about as involved as a spectator so far, so they've done a bang-up job today.
Here's Pacheco trying to get it to Clancy. A little touchback, maybe a bit too fancy. Jack Clancy will try to win it back. This given away. Closest one there was Tom Smart to let it sail. We're looking for Leon Taylor. '27th minute now. Wilkinson to Madrid. Madrid cuts it back in. Madrid trying to combine with Ramos and does. Nick Mealy has got plenty of space. Seligman couldn't keep it in, so Mealy gives it away. Not sure what he was looking for. Seligman might have been a little bit high instead of more square to run onto the ball.
Yeah,
I think Matt Gordon wants his fullbacks to get high fast.
Starting to get a little sloppy there at the midfield. They're giving away a few.
Dorsey taken away. Isaac Sanchez. Here's Wilkinson. Ramos, the high forward. Good pressure there by Machado. Pacheco into the midfield. Mealy, he can swing it. Tom Smart's got a lot of room. Mealy weighs his options. Gonna go to Seligman on the far side. Does he want to go one-on-one? Seligman will push it. And he'll earn the corner kick. So a great job by the outside fullback.
And that's a corner kick.
Yeah, that's all Cirilli could do there is concede the corner kick.
A corner to relax it and visit Star Brothers Brewing on 25 in San Antonio. Star Brothers is the official happy hour and brewery partner of the Soul.
And this is a huge advantage for Albuquerque here when they have the size of Wilkinson, Smart, and Risco coming forward.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be bent in left foot. It's shallow. Takes a dive out. Nick Mealy says it was a handball. He's not going to get that awarded. Quick start here. Seligman on the near side now. Seligman kind of just floats one up. Ramos comes back to try to control it right to Almeida. Almeida with a cut back, a step over, a shake. Gets it to the outside. Oh, this is a bad pass back, and it's so dangerous. 2-on-1 going to goal, and a good job by Wilkinson covering. And he changed everything. Twice Wilkinson stepped up inside the 18.
He's been huge back there. That was definitely misplayed.
It's because he's from Eastern New Mexico University.
I was going to say that,
Sebastian.
yeah, Adam. Greyhound came to play today.
Got to give my fellow Greyhound a love. Dish inside, 1-2, Almeida's onside. Almeida trying to go against Seligman, and that's out for a goal kick. Very dangerous, though.
Yeah, that line's looked to the referee for a few times, you know, trying to play Almeida off sides. That's living dangerously back there. I'm going to go back to that corner. I don't know if that was as designed there on the corner because Moctezuma's looked pretty vulnerable in the
I
air.
think it dipped in too low. I don't
Yeah.
think it was intentional. Pacheco couldn't keep it in bounds from Snabeck's goal kick. Sanchez in the middle to Ruiz. So 1-2, it's beautifully done. The touchback by Almeida was great. Ruiz has some room, left-footed. Snabeck stayed high, so he had an angle. And it looked like Ruiz was trying to go over. He went over everything.
They would have better serve play that ball to Mobley. He had all kinds of real estate here on the near side by us.
Ramos and Mobley go at it. Ramos' second ball wins it. Macias looking for Taylor forward. Wilkinson thrown off of it. Here's Mobley, a lot of room in front of him. Back, Risco comes out to make the play. Back to Risco, controls it with Wilkinson.
Don't see Wilkinson get
Nice
knocked
cut.
off the ball that frequently.
No.
I mean, he's pretty stout.
Overlap is on here, Madrid. This is through. Clancy is on. Clancy with the touch towards goal. No! It's taken away by Machado. Clancy's claiming maybe he was pushed. I don't know about that. Good opportunity. Great ball. Madrid comes around Ramos and opens some space. Holds the defender. Ramos able to put it perfectly in behind the defense. Machado was there, though, to save one. Tell you what, Odessa's hanging on here.
You know, Adam, if our man Javi, if he could just cut out our pregame analysis.
Yeah.
Because now it's looking like they're so evenly matched. Doesn't it have the feeling to you like it's going to be a mistake that costs the losing team?
Potentially, or you know what, the Soul, though, they have developed some really good builds. I mean, I can see them putting one home. You can never count out Almeida in a counterattack for Odessa, but Odessa hasn't really put anything sharp together.
Physical therapy, make sure to visit Jason Taylor at Langford Sports and Physical Therapy. Jason Taylor, the team physio, is
Ruiz, bad touch. Madrid to Ramos. Ramos, could he go back to Madrid? No, he's going to have one. Madrid says, come on, man, you got to get that back to me. Ramos has one outside the 18 and sails it over.
you can still purchase raffle tickets.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Ramos taking that himself. They're testing the keeper
No.
after that collision, you know, see if he has legs under him.
Almeida's got a lot of room in front of him, and that's dangerous. Almeida will
room.
push it forward. Chasing. Good defense in the end, but it was pretty dangerous. Give it away. Top of the 18. In the end, Taylor got in the way of Cerulli. I think it was going to go wide anyway.
Risco did a nice job recovering there on Bruno Almeida, but way too much space at him. And then Leon Taylor kind of made a mess of things. He's kicking himself after that.
Madrid goes high and will win it off the second ball. Tom Smart almost taken away by Mobley, and Mobley a little bit too aggressive about it.
Mobley's been very aggressive today, and we saw him just
Yes.
take out Wilkinson earlier.
Dorsey goes in the middle, and Risco goes wide. Wilkinson will get it back from Risco. Dorsey to Madrid. Madrid in the midfield. Nice touch by Ramos. Mealy will send it wide. A lot of room here for Seligman. Bends one in. No one's home. The header by Blanton goes back across the field, which is weird. And here the chase is on now. It's Wilkinson and Taylor. Taylor's going to win the race. Wilkinson will hold him up. And here's Almeida. It's dangerous. 3v3, really. Almeida! Schneebeck did so well with it.
Well, Almeida, hands on his head. That was his one and only look so far. And Schneebeck just did a great job with that.
It was curling in, there's no doubt. And Schneebeck with the one-handed save, cut off the angle perfectly.
Taylor's going to win that race every time, and he found Almeida. That's really the first time those two have been able to hook up today, though.
Right. But we mentioned they only need one or two times. Macias back post with it. Mobley back in, and it's cleared off the post. So both teams have now cleared it off the post. I believe it was Nick Mealy doing his job, and that's what you're supposed to do when you're hugging the post.
Yeah, Mobley to Mobley, tie to Grant. Almost connected for Odessa.
Mealy takes way too long on the ball. Macias now to Almeida, and the pressure's been on here for Odessa. Taylor! And he sneaks it by. Onsides. And we just talked about it, getting a little bit more aggressive. It's 1-0.
Schneebeck just got caught there. I don't think he should have been out, and he realized it, I think.
Leon Taylor.
Soccer's goal number 25, Leon Taylor.
And it happens in the 36th minute, and really draining. I mean, the Soul has dominated the bulk of the possession, but as everyone knows in soccer, that doesn't mean much.
Well, you know, that defense has been so focused in and just sucked in on Almeida there that Taylor's been able to operate pretty freely the few times he's had the ball at his feet. But I think just chalk that up to an instance of Schneebeck being caught in between. He wasn't aggressive enough coming out.
A 37th minute for Leon Taylor. Pacheco tries to get wide. Let's see how the Soul respond. They're going to need some type of response. Cerulli with a dangerous play, and that'll be a free kick given. Here's a chance right now for the Soul.
And I've been kind of watching at the midfield, Adam. They've had their hands out looking towards the official, so there's definitely some frustration setting in there in the middle between Mealy and company, the way they're kind of giving the ball away in the middle there.
Joining us now is President of the Albuquerque Soul, Ram Patel. Rod, appreciate you stepping on. Here's an opportunity for the Soul. They need to get one back here.
Yeah, definitely deflated the crowd there with that goal right there. We've dominated the possession so far.
Dominated the opportunities, and
yep. Had a couple great chances. Looks like there's a Midland player losing his cool now, trying to claim an elbow, I think.
the linesman comes all the way in to make sure everything's cleaned up. You would imagine this is going to be bent in towards the PK mark. This is going to be in swinging left-footed.
Tom Smart taking the kick.
So Smart will try to bend one in, back post. It is a dangerous ball. It was headed clear. Mobley got a head on it, as Madrid will hold on to it now. Gets it back from Seligman. Madrid's been busy. Back the other way.
Been all over the field.
Well,
Got
Matt
the ball
Gordon,
there.
I don't think he's probably happy with the result right now, but he's got to be happy with, the possession and the style that the Soul have played. Have been a lot more busy.
It's the game on Friday too. That first 25 minutes until we got the red card. We're controlling the game. Prost and Pacheco looked great in the middle that night, and obviously going down a man affects how you can play. But I got a good feeling
Well, plenty of
got
time,
a lot
obviously.
more in the tank, and there's plenty of time left.
Here in the 40th minute.
Nice play there by Javier Risco.
Risco will go up top to Ramos, who controls the forward. Nice piece of skill. Ramos splits him. Clancy, 1-2, trying to go over the top. Can Ramos win? Yes, he wins the foot race and has it touched out of bounds, so it'll be a sole throw into the far side.
It's such an interesting dynamic this PDL season. You get guys from all over the world that then come in and have to learn how to play the same style of play together, and there's definitely a learning curve, and both teams are going through this right now. Midland in their 8th year in the PDL, so I think they've got some regular players that play each year, but they've got a lot of new guys too, like we do, and having to learn how to play the system that the coach wants them to play. They all, most of them play college in a different kind of system, and sometimes in a different role on the pitch, so it's a very quick learning curve you got to have.
I don't want to get too crazy here, but
sure,
you know, it seems almost like this result is pretty urgent, considering that it's. I mean, it would be an 0-3 start if this result holds.
No, it's not crazy at all, Adam. You know, Midland's a division rival. If they can snag 2 victories against us in division, that's
on the road.
Puts us on the road, especially. Yeah, that puts us in a tough position in the Mid-South. So, I mean, I think we'll continue to play our game here, and just a little off touch there, but Tom played that well and got it back. But continue to play our game here. We'll get this back. I feel good about this.
All right. Well, we like your confidence as Tom Smart will throw this. A few more minutes as Clancy with the missed touch, and it's taken away. Cerulli tried to get it to Almeida up forward. Here's Seligman. Can he touch it by? Yes, he's so fast. Isaac Sanchez and Seligman going at it.
Not sure about that one, but.
And yeah, that'll go against Seligman. Let him go a little bit, huh?
I thought they both slipped, but the cameras have a better view than I do, I think.
So what else we got going on?
Well, we've got another episode of Soccer Talk with the Soul coming up this week. The show that you host, of course. We love having you on there.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. Who do you got for us this week?
Bringing
any
in
teasers?
guests from the local soccer community. Still waiting on a couple confirmations.
Okay.
But we'll have highlights of the FA Cup final that was yesterday. Man United winning that one. England with a nice win today against yeah, exactly. Now England with a nice win today against Turkey, preparing for the Euros. Harry Kane got one. Jamie Vardy got one.
Almeida is going to thread this to Taylor. Taylor back into Mobley. What can he do? Wilkinson comes out and does what he's got to do. Smart with a nice play, a touch around Taylor. And the Soul will try to keep it.
Smart play by Smart there.
I see what you did there.
Bayern Munich on penalty kicks.
Oh, that's right. Bayern on
our German
penalty
over here,
kicks.
Bayern Munich, yes, on penalty kicks against.
There we go,
against,
Pat.
I believe it was Dortmund, yes.
If he can find Ramos at that far post.
Copa del Rey today. It was a crazy second half of cards everywhere. Every second, I think there was a card.
This time of year is just great, isn't it, for soccer?
It is. Well, this summer's going to be a lot of fun, too, obviously, with all the international tournaments. Of course, Euro Cup's going to be fantastic.
We'll be watching a lot of those Euro Cup games over at Star Brothers Brewing, the official brewery and restaurant of the Soul. They're going to be naming a beer after the Soul, Adam.
How about that?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a good one?
I hope so. I haven't got a chance to do the official taste test yet, but I told them as part of the deal I need to be involved.
Slide me in that deal, okay?
And I'll try
Here's a touch to Mealy. Mealy, can he go negative? He does. A lot of room, Pacheco. He can hit it. Pacheco left foot. Ooh!
Shot just wide for 7, Patrick Pacheco.
We're getting
outside of the foot, and it just dipped at the last second away from the post.
I'm not sure if the defender knew he had a left foot there. A lot of times they'll kick that over to the right, but he's got a nice left foot on him.
Pacheco does. It's really his first opportunity in a while.
Played a couple years with UNM. He played up at University of Washington. He's from Taos originally.
Yeah.
Great kid. I call him a kid. He's 23, 24 years old, I think. But still trying to fulfill the dream and making it to pro soccer, and represents the Soul very, very well.
Well, that's the point of a lot of this, too, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean the hashtag you see on PDL Twitter posts and social media posts all the time is path to pro, and it's really what this league is. It's a pathway to the professionals.
Well, Soul
so I'm going to have to step out to get prepared here for halftime.
Do what you got to do.
Appreciate the
we'll
coverage.
Hand it back to Sebastian.
I think we might have Larry Lynch Espinoza up here the second half.
He's not allowed on.
Well, we'll see if we can get him up here quick.
All right, man. Ron Patel, President, Albuquerque Soul. So we'll hand it over back to Sebastian. Sebastian, you weren't able to get on air to say, but big win for Bayern.
Yeah, well, beat the little brother Dortmund as usual.
I love it.
Some things are as automatic as the sun rising every day, and that's Bayern beating Dortmund.
Shots fired. Okay, we're in stoppage time here after the 45th minute. 1-0 if you're just joining us. Midland Odessa gets one in the 37th minute. It was actually Leon Taylor who got the start today. Ramos, can he pull it down? Yes, does so well with it. The Soldo have built some nice attacks here late in this half. Seligman, Ramos, the step over inside. Pacheco, can he get it wide? Madrid just begging for it. Not going to get it. Isaac Sanchez into the middle. Macias back to Sanchez. Looks like Machado's just going to have to get rid of it, and does. Right to Dorsey. Dorsey got a lucky bounce out to him. Here's Pacheco wide. Not a lot of time.
Just to add to what Ron was saying there, if you go to Star Brothers, the official brewery of the team here, I guarantee you will find another soccer fan there. There's always
no doubt
soccer
about
on
that.
there. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be halftime here from Ben Rios Memorial. 1-0. It's the Sockers on top. So we're going to step aside here for halftime. Be back in just a moment. You're watching Soul Soccer here on Provia Networks.
Participation. This is going towards my Man of the Year campaign. The lovely folks in the Leukemia Lymphoma Society are down here. If you'd like to make some more donations, we'll gladly accept it. Yemis, come here, buddy.
Two, 0, 8, 9, 5, 8.
Are you being serious, or are you a jokester up at the top? Thank you. The number is 20895.
Halftime here at Ben Rios Memorial. Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel. It's 1-0. Midland Odessa Soccer score in the 37th minute. Leon Taylor with a nice through ball given up by Macias. It was really a lost ball in the midfield by the Soul that started it. The Soul have outclassed Odessa so far, you would say, Sebastian. A lot of opportunities. Jack Clancy in the 9th minute looked like he had it 1-0, and it was cleared off the line by Mobley. Or excuse me, I believe it was actually the outside back Blanton who cleared it off the line. A lot of other opportunities. Soul just can't put one away.
Yeah, I think tactically not much has to change for Albuquerque. I mean, I'd like to see Madrid and Lucas Seligman maybe overlap a little more on the same side of the field, but that's just splitting hairs at that point. I mean, I think they've looked very good over the ball offensively. Not much has to change. But, you know, we talked about it off air. When the opposition has such quality at the forward position, it only takes one.
He's only touched the ball a few times, but Almeida has been very dangerous. In fact, Jimmy Snabeck had a wonderful save, or else that would have been the first goal around the 32nd minute. But Patrick Pacheco, the talisman, he sailed one wide on the outside of the foot on a left-footed shot that just missed the goal. There has been some opportunities. Isaiah Madrid has been through and in. I think if Ramos combined it on a 1-2 with Madrid, he would have been celebrating the first goal. So I would imagine that ABQ Soul FC is going to get a lot of opportunities here in the second half.
Yeah, possession-wise, like we said, you know, they had to be very happy with that first half. If the possession stays the same throughout the second half, they're going to get a couple of good looks. But, you know, you got to convert on those because like you talked about with Ron there, you know, it's time for a decision today. We need a result here.
All right, we'll keep it right here. Halftime at Ben Rios Memorial at St. Pius High School. It's the Soul 0, the Sockers 1. We'll be back in just a moment here on Pro V Networks. Back at it here, Ben Rios Memorial. Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel. You're watching Comcast 26. It's ProView Networks. Also live stream on the Soul YouTube webpage. 1-0. Midland Odessa Soccer's leading it on the goal in the 37th minute by Leon Taylor. That's the difference so far, though the Soul have had the bulk of the opportunity. We both agree, talking off air, Sebastian, that the Soul, they're going to get their chances more than enough to get it done here in the second half.
Yeah, I just think Madrid and Seligman are going to start overlapping on the same side of the field. Ramos has been spectacular over the ball today, so I don't see them not scoring today. Of course, they're going to have to make sure they contain Bruno Almeida in that second half, because he started to get loose a few times there towards the end.
Curious as to when or what tactically, defensively, Midland Odessa is going to change. I would imagine they're going to probably stay a little bit more defensive as the half wears on. Probably not originally, but they're going to try to slow and dumb down the game.
Well, not the type of matchup really that you need to change much tactically, because they're leading despite being outplayed. On the other side, they have to be very happy, Albuquerque does, with the possession. So, I mean, tactical changes, I don't see many of them coming.
Well, we'll see what Matt Gordon has up his sleeve and what he might want to change. I don't know as if he wants to. I agree with you. I don't know if we'll originally see any changes here.
If you're Odessa, Adam, aren't you? I think you're content just letting Albuquerque possess the ball as they did in the first half and play for maybe one more Taylor or Almeida counter. That's going to be their strategy.
Well, they've had a lot of opportunities to counter thus far, but we got 45 minutes plus stoppage time coming your way. Games, if you don't know, in league play can end in a draw. You get 1 point for a draw, 3 points for the win. Albuquerque, they're looking for just a point at least right now.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, not only do they got to equalize, they've got to get a win.
Yeah, I was going to say, so often, when you're down at half, you're looking to squeeze out that point. But, I mean, I think you heard how urgent this is, even when you were talking to Ron Patel there. A one's not good enough. You're going to lose 2 games at home on your home field here to a division foe. That's not a way to start your PDL season.
Well, here comes the Albuquerque Soul and their yellow kits, powered by Sun Power Positive Energy Solar. And it looks like they're going to come on how they left.
I think most of the halftime talk had to be about cleaning up that kind of sloppy midfield play.
Yeah,
that
that's been the only really opportunities is some sloppy giveaways.
And very uncharacteristic. You don't see Nick Mealy give the ball away very often, and it just got a little sloppy for my liking there in the midfield.
Well, Isaiah Madrid, last one to make his way on. And we're ready to go. On to half number 2, into the 46th minute.
All right, fans, let's put some energy behind your Soul for the start of the second
And I kind of mentioned how vulnerable Moctezuma looked in the air on a set piece and another header by Clancy. Well, now he's got the Sun to add to that equation as well on that side of the field. So I think the aerial attack will be the equalizer, Adam.
It could be. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Montezuma had struggled in the first half, and now you can see he's raising his hand to stop the heavy glare coming his way, and he'll have to deal with it for at least the first, about 15 minutes before the sun drops here. Out high, and that'll be a handball by Taylor. Quick start in the middle. Mealy back to Dorsey. Seligman all the way back to Risco. Tried to get it to the checking Isaiah Madrid. Seligman He's got Pacheco if he wants him. Here's Mealy. The turn was way too slow by Mealy, and obvious foul there. He kind of had to, as Jade Macias took it away from him.
The only change for Odessa was the Finn Oli Tinkinen, number 16 in whites, in there now. And I just mentioned him because I want to see you struggle with his name, Adam. Take a look at that spelling on your roster. Have at it, champ.
I'm trying to find him. What was the change? Yeah, we're going to get that for you.
Well, I think we have the general manager in the house, Adam, so I want to let you talk to him.
Oh, here we go. Yes, Larry Espinosa stepping on, the general manager of the Albuquerque Soul. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. Hello, Soul fans watching us online. How are you guys?
Well, everything's good. The Soul have developed a ton of opportunity in the first half. They conceived one. Both Sebastian and I feel like the Soul are going to have a lot of opportunities here in the second half to at least get even.
Yeah, you know, the unfortunate aspect is that we haven't made very many mistakes, but for whatever reason, the mistakes we have made this year, they've managed to capitalize on them. And we can't seem to find the net no matter how hard we try right now. So.
Tom Smart on the outside, excuse me, as they take it away. Here's Isaiah Madrid, who's been very promising, by the way, Madrid.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. So we're excited.
Clancy's going to go forward looking for Ramos. Almost got in behind Mobley. Not quite, as Montezuma comes out. It was very close.
It was a good look by Clancy. Even better run by Ramos. So
Clancy was robbed of one in the first half, cleared off the line. Could have been 1-0 Soul.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Adam. We're gonna continue to put a little pressure on in a couple of different areas and get some opportunities.
Wilkinson will go all the way back to Snabeck. Snabeck had a wonderful save, didn't he?
Yeah, that was top notch.
Against Almeida, one-handed, put it over the goal. Here's Seligman trying to combine with Pacheco behind Seligman, but in the right space. It was, in the end, poked away. You have to be encouraged with some of the possession and opportunities the Soul have developed, huh?
Yeah, you know, that's one thing, you know, having someone like Coach Gordon, he manages to really work on getting good defensive shape and maintaining the ball. He's not your typical English coach.
Madrid's on the outside, and he'll shield it. It'll be out of bounds for a Soul throw-in.
Soul throw-in, and fans, don't throw away your money on an insurance policy that's too expensive. Visit the experts.
We talked with Ron Patel a little bit, Larry, and mentioned, you know, there's got to be a little bit of urgency already here. I mean, you don't want to start 0-3 to start your league play.
No, you don't. Any league, doesn't matter what league it is, you never want to start 0-3. I've got a good feeling here.
Here's Wilkinson all the way back to Snabeck. The flick on is on to Ramos. Ramos in the middle. It's Madrid. Can keep it with Mealy. All the way to the near side. Seligman's got a ton of room to work with the fullback. Madrid in the midfield. Who's going to try to combine with? He'll swing it out to Dorsey. A little bit slow, Dorsey, with it, and got it poked away. It was just nonchalant about it. It's taken away by Midland Odessa. Mealy will fight that one off, and that's an easy call right there.
Yeah.
Pacheco's so fast when he can get into the open field, and he does. Cuts it back. Nice play by Pacheco inside. Too much for Madrid. Here comes Mealy. Mealy's got some room. He'll have that one.
Ooh.
From deep. Wasn't really dangerous.
It's good luck, though.
Yes.
Good luck.
Number 23, Nick Mealy.
I'm gonna take the law of averages on this. You know, yeah. More times you shoot, eventually you'll score.
So we got another episode coming here Wednesday. We're gonna shoot Soccer Talk with the Soul. You got anything planned, man? You got anything going on?
Oh, there's lots. You know, there's getting ready for Copa America and European Championships.
It's gonna be a fun summer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy summer. Can't forget about our women and playing in the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see.
Risco's going to go all the way back to Snabeck. Seligman will get high, the fullback. Snabeck is poked by Isaac Sanchez. Here's Pacheco. He'll keep it. Some possession through the back now. A switch out to Wilkinson. Smart tries to combine with Madrid. Madrid just gave it away. He'll get it back, though. A good in by Wilkinson. And a quick foul in the midfield. Quick start by Isaiah Madrid. Dorsey, nice touch. Too far, though, as Ramos tries to chase. Mealy, bad touch. The combination in the midfield, it's struggled a bit here. Touch is too far as Javier Risco.
Little different opportunity here.
Trying to go high as Ramos will give chase. Mobley did a good job tracking back. The big 6'3" center back. Ruiz to the near side. Isaac Sanchez, the lefty. If you're just joining us, glad you can. 54th minute. The Albuquerque Soul trailing at 1-0 live here on Pro V Networks. Also live stream on the ABQ Soul YouTube channel. Sanchez, a good touch. Poke, a 1-2. Almeida, very crafty forward, isn't he?
He is. We've managed to get a little tighter on him, and he hasn't been able to do much now.
Right. Ruiz trying to combine in the midfield with Almeida. Here's Taylor. Back to Almeida. And Risco did so well with that. Or was it Wilkinson? It was.
It was Wilkinson.
Wilkinson having a fantastic outing today. Here's Madrid. Can he hold it? Does well. Into the midfield. Mealy. Seligman's all the way wide here. Is he going to get it? Madrid with Pacheco. Back into the midfield. Mealy, can he swing it? He does. Smart is all the way out, the fullback, and it was too much for him to handle.
It was good look. We've got, I don't know, but Coach Gordon has switched up. He's got Isaiah floating from side to side a little bit differently now, so we'll see if we can create some more opportunities through the middle.
Isaac Sanchez going to go long. Looking for Taylor. Seligman, easy play. Seligman takes it all the way out to keep it. Does so with Mealy, and then Seligman, maybe too much. There's a battle for it. It'll be a free kick for the Soul.
When you expect a little bit of advantage and then you don't get it. You can't win you can't win for losing on that one. Well, guys, I'm going to turn it back over. I got to get back downstairs.
You do your thing. We appreciate you jumping on. General
Thanks
Manager Larry Espinosa, of course. Well, Sebastian, here's a free kick opportunity for the Soul. They're going to send one in, right? Tess Montezuma.
And Seligman really won that free kick for him. I mean, good things just happen. When
This is dangerous. All the way towards the crossbar. sent over.
When Lucas is on the ball, good things just happen, Adam. We talk about it all the time. They have to get Seligman more involved this half. What's interesting is that substitute, that Finn Oli Tinkinen, he's listed as a forward, so he's playing in the midfield now, but kind of an offensive-minded scorer. You wouldn't have expected that to be inserted into the lineup.
Smart's going to send this in left-footed. Curls it high and away from everybody. Wasted opportunity.
And you could kind of sense the frustration on the voice of Larry Espinosa that, like you said, they've let some opportunities go by. You know, they've had some very nice looks, but missed opportunities, like you just said.
Here's the goal kick, tracked back by Taylor. It's flicked on, and Ramos will chase. Montezuma's going to come out and grab it. But it was never really dangerous. Nice 1-2 by Smart. Clever play. Here's Clancy, able to pull it back. Madrid, back to Clancy. Can he get it to Madrid? Madrid with a wonderful touch. Forward to Ramos. No. Last piece of the combination. Couldn't do it. And then clipped in the end was Maesis. He'll go down easy.
Too easy, Adam. I think they just barely got him. So it didn't look like much.
That was given away in the midfield. Dorsey and Mealy combining. Seligman. This took a fortunate bounce out to Madrid, who will reset. Seligman tried to chip it forward. Chest it down and will keep it all the way back to Sneebeck. Well, Sol has had the ball the entire half thus far. Can they develop some opportunities out of it? Second ball is won and brought forward.
It's hard, Adam, for a team to keep its mental focus, a team that, you know, had a push showing in the U.S. Cup. Then they outplay the opposition for 22 minutes when Elliot Prost is in there. And today, I mean, possession-wise, they're far ahead of this Odessa team today when it comes to possession over the ball. But like you said, empty opportunities. So it's hard to keep your mental focus when things are not going your way and you need
This
a
is
result.
a bad clearance, and it's going to be sent in. I think it was over the touchline, and it should be a goal kick. It will. Into the 60th minute. Still 1-0. Soccer's on top. That sun really glaring. Montezuma, you got to test him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to try to chip a few shots over him, even from distance.
There's the flick on, and here's an opportunity for some possession. Pacheco to the near side. It's Madrid. Madrid a cut. A bit too much, and he poked it forward. Seligman touch way out in front of him, and he'll get the throw in. Here's Risco. A little chip forward. Nice bring down. Ramos. Here's Dorsey. He's got a ton of room. Dorsey, does he want to have a hit? Gets it to the outside. Pacheco. Back to Smart. In the middle is Madrid. Trying a 1-2 with Mealy. Mealy turn. Mealy's going to have one left-footed.
We talked about, Adam. Let's put some shots on goal from distance. Just looking right into that sun.
Montezuma got a glove on it. And if he doesn't, Mealy's celebrating a goal. So here comes Tom Smart to send one in.
Let's give Odessa some credit. I mean, they did not look this interested in defense on Friday. They're defending well today.
Yes. Well, the fans will get up here in the near side grandstand. Tom Smart on his left foot will bend it. Looking back post. It's flicked. Mealy. Does he want to put it back in? Here's Pacheco. Pacheco low and never dangerous. Probably would like to have that over again. Madrid, does he want to get one in? Does. Madrid sails one, and it is dangerous. The flick back. Risco.
Again, another chance, just no support, far post there. But again, you feel like it's coming. You feel like the opportunities are building.
The Albuquerque Soul's first commercial. Join us tomorrow at the Albuquerque Rail Yards at 3 o'clock. The first ever Albuquerque Soul commercial shoot. There will be free pizza and drinks, so come on down and join us. Be a part of the commercial.
If you're Albuquerque, you just want the ball on this side of the field. I just think he's so vulnerable with the sun.
Risco's going to go high to win it. Taylor didn't like the challenge, but doesn't matter.
Well put, Adam. I mean, I think that was just a play on the ball. Both guys went for it.
Dorsey
play on
into Ramos, does well to keep it. He can switch it, and he does. No, he doesn't. He combines forward. Clancy, the touch by Dorsey. Ramos! Left-footed! He needs it back, wants it back. The opportunity of a lifetime for Ramos.
Those are the kind of looks that make you wonder if it's just not meant to be today. I mean, Ramos from dead range there, just.
Dorsey had a wonderful touch back to Tommy Ramos, didn't he? The finish just wasn't there in the end. Risco again gonna win, and I would disagree with that. Taylor just bends down.
I think that was the exact same play on that you had the last time, but Taylor won the benefit of the doubt there.
Curious decision. 64th minute, and the Soul getting more dangerous by the moment. Here's Machado. We'll switch it all the way to Mobley. Well, here comes a substitution into the midfield for Odessa. Looks like Macias' day is done.
I didn't see the number of the player that came on, Adam.
Yeah, we'll get it in just a moment. A lot of room for Isaiah Madrid here. Seligman will get around him. Seligman back to Madrid, and Madrid's going to go down on the edge of the box, and that's going to be a free kick. And I think Madrid was so smart. He knew he was in a tough spot, just pushed it by the defender and took the fall. He knew he was going to get clipped. Well, this is a spot you want to be in, Sebastian.
So that was a heady play. I mean, that's the only play. Isaac Sanchez, he had his defender kind of in the wrong spot, and he knew he was going to get hit. See if Ramos atones here. I think this one's got to float up far post here.
By the way, it's Jamie Mason, the midfielder, that's checked in for the Sockers. Number 23, Jamie Mason. Well, here we go. Smart bent it in beautifully, and it's cleared off. I'll tell you, Smart whipped one in as sharp as you can with the left foot.
Into the game for the Sockers, number 23, Jamie Mason.
Smart's going to send one in again. This one going back post. Nick Mealy was trying to get on the end of it. Ramos comes out to keep it. Does. He's going to chip one in. Mealy. It's poked away. Montezuma couldn't see it well. Out to Tom Smart. Backtrack it. It's tipped away. Isaac Sanchez is going to run. Seligman's got to slide and does. And puts it out of bounds. Well done by Lucas Seligman.
All day, every day, Seligman. He's going to win that ball every time.
I like it, all day, every day.
Or at least win the race.
Ruiz trying to combine with Almeida. Oh, Almeida puts it through and on is Mobley. Sanchez on his left foot. Puts one across and it's headed out of danger by Andy Wilkinson. So here comes a corner. I believe this is the first corner of the game for the Sockers. On top, still 1-0.
Another sub here, the Liberian, Randolph Tamba, number 11. Taylor will give way. I'm sure Albuquerque's glad to see that.
Tamba, very quick, very effective when he came in on Friday night, and the Sockers win 2-1.
End of the game for the Sockers, number 11, Randolph Tamba.
Then the goal scorer, Taylor, he put in a good shift today. I mean, they did not have many opportunities in that first half. Converted on his pretty much only clean look.
Ramos won the first head. Out here is good ball by Mason. Sent across and I think was over the touchline. It was. It'll be a goal kick. Clancy takes it off his chest a bit too far. Almeida comes back to chase. Isaac Sanchez will send one. Seligman. Clancy touch forward. It's too much. Sanchez can combine to the midfield and does. Here's Ruiz to Almeida. No. Risco was there to take it away. Mealy lost it in the midfield. Here's Mason, and Risco's step was smooth. Madrid's got all day. Madrid, little touch around the defender, and too much. He'll win it back, though. Out of bounds.
And he's frustrated. He knows that touch was just a little too strong, Adam.
Montezuma will send this forward. Pacheco, tough touch. Pacheco hasn't had his usual flair today, has he?
No, the touches at the midfield, they just haven't been good enough today, Adam.
Sockers will keep it in play. Ty Mobley, the big center back, launches one forward. Giving chase is Tamba. Tom Smart lost it, and both players into a challenge. Tom Smart going to get it back. Does combine to the outside. Clancy's out there, and he wants to send one in and can't. It's finally cleared away. In the end, it was Blanton who does his job.
The build-up has been there, Adam. It's just the finish has let them down today.
The Soul going to send one on. We'll get to that in a moment. Risco, can he win it back? Yes, he can. I think Risco went in a 2-footed slide. He'll get a talking to. I don't think he's going to get dished, is he? He's not going to get carded for this. Nah. Just a stern, don't do it again.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job keeping this one under control. I mean, there's been a lot of talking, but other than Taylor going up for a few balls at midfield, there hasn't been much for the referee to really be an arbiter of. Even Almeida has managed to stay off the ground today.
Well, he hasn't really been a part of much, Almeida.
No, I mean, like we said, and you kind of heard Larry talk about it. You know, they were tighter on him, and they've executed that game plan to absolute perfection.
If you're just joining us, ProView Networks live here on Comcast 26, also live streaming through the Soul YouTube channel. Adam Deal, Sebastian Noel in the 73rd minute.
Sun Power by Positive Energy Solar, the official solar partner of the Albuquerque Soul.
Here's Pacheco, forward to Dorsey.
Clancy's getting some medical attention.
Tons of speed here on the outside. With Pacheco. It'll be a throw-in. So Clancy has come off. And the Soul have to get something going here. You would imagine Odessa be more packed in and try to hold the result. It would be a wonderful away trip if they can. Is going to be tested long. Risco, he doesn't lose a header, does he?
No, he's been phenomenal today.
Here's Lucas Seligman. Forward, Ramos can't bring it down. Machado wins it. Pacheco wins the second. Ramos could bring this down and does. Here's Madrid. Back to Pacheco. He'll swing it, and Pacheco just a bit off.
Pacheco just hasn't been clean enough there in the midfield today, Adam. You
Tom
hate to single
Smart,
a
I
guy
agree.
out, but
Yeah.
he's giving the ball away repeatedly.
Tom Smart won it back, and here Wilkinson with Tumba heads that away from Tomba, and be a throw-in for the Sockers here. Well, it looks like Gabriel Camara is checked in, by the way, on that wing. Ramos, tough touch away, but in the end, Machado did enough with it.
Could see now frustration starting to.
Little bit.
They're really starting to let the referee have it.
This was intended for Isaac Sanchez, sails wide. Madrid to Pacheco, back to Pacheco. Madrid, he'll switch it. Good one touch to the outside to Tom Smart, who's got all day with it. Does Smart want to put one in? He's got a lot of numbers in the box. Smart's going to go one-on-one. Smart, left-footed, at the 18. Camera can't do much. Couldn't turn, never had time. Here's Smart again on the outside. He's been fantastic, the outside back today, Tom Smart. Camera will get it back from Smart. And a tough loss of possession there. Almeida. And well, there's your Brazilian flair. Almeida will
Yep,
kind of
down he
just
goes.
lazily fall to the ground.
Yeah. He went down with ease, Adam.
When they fall at ease like that, that's when you make sure the next time they fall for real. If you know what I mean, Sebastian.
Absolutely.
Snabeck will come all the way out to grab it. He hasn't had to do much here in the second half.
Just a little surprised that they haven't tried to mount more of an aerial attack in the box, Adam. It seems like that's where they would have a pretty big advantage.
Header
Especially
won
with
by
Ramos.
Mason. Outside, Blanton will send one, and he's displeased with himself. Well, the Soul, they can't grow impatient. Still a lot of time. Ramos comes in. Could be a throw in for the Sockers. Risco. Nice play by Risco. Madrid. He's got Seligman coming around him. Back to Madrid. Madrid will float one in. Ty Mobley always seems to be there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's so big. He's a rock back there. It wasn't the best of crosses, that's for sure.
Another substitution coming on here for Midland Odessa. Almeida's day is done, and to be honest, it was a very slow day's work for him.
Well, I think you saw what can happen when an entire defense focuses on one guy, making sure he doesn't touch the ball. When he does, making sure you put a body on him.
Well, this is a tactical decision to add another midfield. So Hatiako will check in. And Hatiako probably going to be a little bit more defensive, though. He's got a 2v1 here. Wilkinson backtracking. Tomba's trying to stay on sides. Hatiako back post to Tomba. Head goes right to Snabeck.
It's a beautiful build-up, but in the end, it was easy work for Schneebeck. Another Finn, Jaakko Hitako.
Seligman. Tomba. Good play from Sanchez in the end. Hatiako will turn with it, and he's got a lot of room. He's going to go through looking for Sanchez. Risco. So smooth, isn't he?
Poor, just poor.
Tomba backs it out to Ruiz. Hatitiko to the outside. This is the best possession we've seen, really, from Odessa. Ramos, can he keep it? Struggling with it, lost it. Mason took it away. Oh, onside, Sanchez. Late flag comes up, missed it anyway. Excuse me, not Sanchez.
Fans, you could be a part of the Albuquerque Souls new commercial. Come join us tomorrow at the ABQ Rail Yards at 3.
It was a real opportunity, though, wasn't it? It was very dangerous.
Well, this, now Seligman's coming off now. But, you know, Odessa, I mean, they don't lose much. When they take Almeida and Taylor down, I mean, when Tomba's in there and the two Finns, they don't lose much at all with the second unit, Adam.
I agree.
Soul number 21, James Urbany.
Nate Coons is checked in for the Sockers, and James Urbany has stepped in here at right back for the ABQ Soul. So Urbany is in, 82nd minute. Things starting to get real here.
Now Ramos is coming off now.
No more Ramos. Let's see, are they going to push Isaiah Madrid maybe up top?
Also in the game for your Soul, number 26.
That's Ryan Hunter's checked in, his first action. And over the back. Machado says no way. The Soul will take it nonetheless.
Dorsey's been angling for that all second half, and he finally got the whistle.
This forward free kick is brought to you by Power Forward.
Well, a real opportunity again. The Soul have not taken advantage of their free kicks. Getting behind this right now is Gabriel Camara. Also, Tom Smart is there, and I think the best choice might be Smart. He's been whipping him in. Left foot could be dangerous if it curls in the end of the 6 maybe. And he will, the lefty, and he's going to have a go at it, and never was dangerous. Not really the spot, I think, not the angle to have a go.
Nope, but another
The
missed
sun no
opportunity.
longer a factor, Sebastian.
Nope, sun's gone, but still, that's another missed opportunity there. You still have some length in there, so you'd like to see maybe get that far post to one of your taller players, whether that be Ryan Hunter or even Dorsey.
Hunter to Madrid. Does well to keep it with Pacheco. Swing it out to Tom Smart. Camara's on the outside. Nice dish in the inside with Melia 1-2. Can Camara get on the end of it? No, he could not.
And these kind of rapid substitutions here towards the end, that signals to me a coach looking for answers.
Right, I don't think the Soul have found him. I know their lineup not 100% set still early in the season, but to start 0-3 would be disastrous after such a successful season last year.
So be very happy to see the Frenchman Elliot Prost back, I think.
Luke Lawrence hasn't played yet. Luke Lawrence, a goal-scoring machine. Transferred from Fort Lewis, going to play with the University of New Mexico this season. Here's Madrid. Out to Risco. Swings it all the way to the near side. James Urbani's first real touch. Gets it into Ryan Hunter. Hunter flicks it, trying to get it to Mealy. Mealy off a misclearance into Hunter. Hunter a touch! Can he swing it across? He goes negative, but he's out. Tried to bangu it right across the goal, but just over the touchline.
But immediately you see the subs creating. So this one's not over yet. I think Hunter, he's looked pretty aggressive when he's been in there. Just feel like if they can get enough pressure on Moctezuma here to get a late equalizer, it just feels like it.
Pacheco going to go over everyone. Hunter will give chase. Does he have the speed? It's too much. And no doubt the Sockers will take their time on this. Now it's time wasting as they're set up a little bit more defensively in their shape with one high, and that would be Randolph Tamba. Sanchez. The flick on by Coons. Tamba can't get this in time. Wilkinson all the way to Camara. It's a great ball. Can Camara bring it down? He did. Did so well with that.
Yeah, we haven't seen them attack that side of the pitch at all here in the second half, really. Everything's been down here with Hunter before some of the starters gave way. Most of the attack was down here near side as well.
James Urbani. Urbani This deflected out. Is it a throw-in? It is not a corner. Ruiz with the head. In the end, it was Coons with the clearance. Wilkinson.
And
Over
Ruiz
Risco. He'll get it back.
Ruiz just beat Albuquerque to the ball there to win that header. And, you know, that just can't happen when you're staring 0-3 down the barrel. You can't get beat to the ball like that so easily.
Mealy. Madrid has been very active. Tom Smart, can he keep it? No. Lost in the midfield. Here's Ruiz. All the way back, and it was dangerous actually as Machado just sends it deep. Good touch forward. Hatitico, he'll lose it. Risco has been perfect today. He'll give it away there, but he was clipped from behind and fouled.
I don't know what Tinkinen there is arguing about. I mean, he clearly sent him to the ground.
Fans, get behind your soul. Final minutes.
This is going to be curled in. Sent the flick on by Wilkinson. High and over everything in the 89th minute. You would imagine not a lot of stoppage time going to be here, Sebastian. Maybe +3. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't imagine much at all. You know, as you look at Wilkinson, disappointed with himself there. Just didn't see enough of that today, Adam. We didn't see them take advantage of some taller players. They didn't get it into Wilkinson enough during some set pieces. They didn't find.
I would imagine that Matt Gordon has to be disappointed with his set pieces today. Wilkinson says, or Risco says, Tomba went down a little too easily there.
Yeah, I'm with Risco on that.
Hatitico on the near side. Now going to try to eat some time. Soul throw-in. Tomba, sloppy hit.
Well, Risco,
By Randolph Tomba.
Like, well, you called, the last one they called on me when you took a dive, so I'm going to get 2 hands right in your back for that one.
Well, look, when you take a shot and it's out for a throw-in, it wasn't a very good shot.
Yeah.
Camara wins this into the middle, and a good shield by Madrid. Out to James Urbani, can't get on the end of it.
I really thought he was going to catch up to that. The ball just took a late skid there out of bounds. What's going to be interesting, Adam, is when Elliot Prost is ready to return, who gives way there in the middle? I've seen enough out of Isaiah Madrid where I don't take him down. You have to wonder if that'll be Madrid or Pacheco taking a seat when Prost returns.
Mistouched by Ryan Hunter, cleared away. It'll be a Soul throw-in. In stoppage time here from Ben Rios Memorial, needing one. The Soul, Mealy, flick on back in the goal! Off the crossbar! You're kidding me.
It's been that kind of day, Adam. Beautiful look from Ryan Hunter, but it's been that kind of day.
Ryan Hunter thought he had himself one. High to Tomba. Wilkinson with the chest will just put one out. Montezuma will come out. Soccer's looking to ease the clock off and come out with 2 successful wins on the road. unless the Soul have a miracle left in them. Ruiz. It's a great play by Urbani.
Yeah, absolutely. They raced to the corner. Flag was on there. Urbani was having none of that.
Trying to go to Ryan Hunter over everybody. It's a
Hunter
great
ahead
throw.
of the pack.
Hunter is on the end of it. And this out of bounds. Soul maybe down to their last opportunity here. Urbani going to try to put one in and maybe Melia flick on towards the goal. And that's it. There is the flick. It is successful. It's cleared away last moment.
Again, another decent look.
Tomba trying to slow it down. It's a great job defensively by Ty Mobley, and that could be it.
Yeah, Mobley, let's take a look at him out there. He's done yeoman's work, the two matchups at him. He's been a rock back there. But that Ryan Hunter shot, that really tells the story of today. Just missed opportunity after missed opportunity. And a lot of questions in the midfield now when Elliott Prost returns.
Madrid. Can he keep it? Last chance, maybe. Madrid. Couldn't get on the end of it properly. That's going to do it. Full time here from Ben Rios. Not the result the Soul wanted. They're 0-3. Odessa's going to come out with 2 away wins. We'll be back with post-game interviews in just a moment. You're watching Soul Soccer on ProView Networks.
Tonight's contest, Albuquerque Soul's next game is Friday, June 17th against the Oklahoma City Energy. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. right here at St. Pius High School.
Now here with left back Tom Smart. Fall 1-0, 0-3 in league play. It's got to be tough, especially frustrating today because you guys had your chances. I mean, you dominated the bulk of possession. You were able to create opportunities. You conceded in the 37th minute, and you really couldn't get one back, could you?
No, it's been the same for the last 3 games, really. We've been the better team by far, and I'm sure you've seen that while watching. It's just one little mistake. Like, that's all they had. They had that one shot, really, which troubled us, and that was the goal. So we've got to try and cut it out. Like, that's the only thing I think, like, with our games. We cut that out. We get our confidence up and keep going. I'm sure we're going to pull through. I mean, we're a good team. We just need that one break.
Jack Clancy looked like he had you guys through 1-0 in the 9th minute. It was cleared off the line.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. It feels like you guys had so many opportunities. It's got to be kind of frustrating.
Yeah, like we are. That's the thing. We're getting the chances. It's not like we're not creating chances at all. We're making the chances. We just got to put them away. To be honest, when we start putting them away, that's when we're going to get the wins.
It's got to feel nice. You guys are able to swing it around the back. You're able to combine in the midfield. You're able to create chances up top. What's it going to take to get that extra push in the offensive third to make sure you can get one in the net?
I think we just got to get shots off because we're not taking as many shots. I feel like we're getting the right positions, but we're not hitting it. And when we do hit it, we rush it, so we start slicing it. We just need to take our time, get our shots off, test the keeper more. Because today we didn't really test the keeper as much as we really should have, to be honest. Should have got more shots off, but I mean, like I said, we've had the chances. We just got to put them away now.
0-3, like we said, in league play. Now, what's got to change going forward? You guys are going to have to do it on the road too.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Like we got to finish. We got to play well, keep going, and I'm sure we're going to come through and win a couple of games. I'm positive.
We had a fantastic game. The left back, Tom Smart. Good job, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's it. Listen, more Soul. In fact, we got Soccer Talk with the Soul. We're going to film it this Wednesday. We'll have it live for you, re-aired, actually, on Friday with Ron Patel. Madam Deal saying so long for Sebastian Noel. You've been watching Pro V Networks.